Welcome back. Today we are looking at a figure that I've been waiting for over 10 years. So this is Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill was one of the more strange anime that I actually managed to enjoy. It's about this girl Ryuko who is trying to find her father's killer, and she has to fight her way through this like student council that call themselves the Elite Four. Not that one. They run their school by force using these super-powered outfits called Goku uniforms. Not that one. And Ryuko comes into possession of her own superpowered uniform that she uses to fight them. It's all very silly. The clothes that these characters wear are like alive and characters themselves. It's anime bullshit. It's fun. I really enjoyed the way the show didn't take itself too seriously. They kind of played up the sexualized character designs for laughs, and yeah, it was just a good time. I enjoyed it. And around the time the show ended, we got some really cool Figmas. We've got Ryuko in her like transformed state and her super enthusiastic friend Mako. And at the time I was certain that we would get Riku in her regular outfit at some point to go with this one. So here we are a decade later, and Buzzmod has produced an action figure of Ryuko in her regular outfit, and I was excited to finally get it. So let's get her out of the box. Let's try that quick cut opening box thing. People like that, right? What the hell are these for? Jesus. All right, there we go. All right, here she is, fresh out of the box. So let's see what it's like to play with this toy and check out her articulation. She's looking very stylish in her cool jacket. And it might just be because I haven't opened, an import dainty little figure like this in a while, but this is light as a feather. It doesn't feel cheap, but it's like it has no mass. It's crazy. I mean, even when I grab like a Figma, there's like a little bit more weight to it. This is it's just so light. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, it still feels very well made. We got some great articulation, especially in the shoulders. Like there's actually like a double ball joint here, so you can like really get them out if you need to. Head moves around really nicely, and well, let's take a look inside there. Oh, that's cool. So what we got going on here is a ball joint inside the head, which allows you to kind of, if the peg will stay in, it kind of allows you to like pop her neck up a little bit so she can look up, even though she's got the hair in the way. So that's nice. Similarly, can look down pretty well. And single jointed knees, but like, I don't think you need to bend any more than that, right? I don't think so. So yeah, very fun to mess around with. Soft goods skirt, which is nice because if it was plastic, it would get in the way if you're trying to do like a high kick or something. So nothing's gonna get in the way. You're trying to get her into a cool pose. Nice. I wanted to see how easy it is to swap the torso, so this is her without the jacket. Let's see how easy that is to do. Whoop. Okay. So smacked into my lights there, but as you can see, it's just a little ball joint, so pretty easy to pop off. So let's put this on. Very easy, especially when you're a normal person who just plays with their toys instead of filming it. And then from there, you can just pop the head on. This is also a really great look that we did not get with the Figma, so I'm very happy to have this. Yeah, we can try some hand swaps real quick. Yeah, these are so tiny. Yeah, that is very easy to do, but obviously be super careful because these are very tiny joints. Like even smaller than, I've got the other figures here. I think this is an extra joint that came with Mako. It's even smaller than that, if you can believe it. Crazy. So super delicate, but doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart either. Oh, naturally we got to get her weapon into her hand, so let's do that real quick. So we got the scissor blade here. We got a gripping hand. Super easy. Very nice. Oh, this is very cool. So the pockets have little holes in them. So when you take the hands off and pop it in there, you can get the very iconic, lots of attitude, hands in the pocket pose. Very nice. I forgot to mention this cool thing going on with the shoes. Since there's like a cut here, you got crazy ankle rocker range for her, even though she's wearing shoes. And I thought that was neat. So yeah, she handles quite well. Are you enjoying the video? Then please consider subscribing, because once I hit 1,000 of those, I will be doing a collection tour video where I go through each and every one of my displays. Thank you so much for your consideration, and back to the video. All right, let's talk about whether this is worth the price. So here she is with everything she comes with. Let's go through each thing. So we got the scissor blade, her iconic weapon, very cool. And we have the transformed version of it. I think this was called like decapitator mode. Very cool. You can see the handle would like open to kind of a more two-handed look, and then like an additional blade kind of folded out. It was pretty cool. And we've got these bent legs, which I'm not really sure what these are for, because the knees have plenty of range. I mean, look at this. I'm not sure I get it. I mean, I guess like if you want the legs to look seamless when they're bent, you can do that. We got the extra upper torso, which is great. Super easy to swap on and off. Very happy to have this. We have this really cool case that she keeps the scissor blade in at the start of the show. Unfortunately, it does not open, but it does come with this little strap here so that you can hang it over her shoulder. So that's cool. Also, in addition to this fantastic default expression, kind of a little, oh geez. And we've got a cheerful face. I love this one. This is great. She's kind of a little bit of an edgy character, so it's fun to have a happy face like this. Got a great, very expressive yelling face, and a great, much more serious face too. The detail on here is crazy. Like there's, can I get that on camera? There is like little tiny like cheek or blush lines on there. It's great detail. And just like Figma's, she comes with one of these cool things that holds most of the hands for you, so I can just hold this one thing up to the camera. We got some like open style hands. We've got relaxed hands, 2 fists, and 2. She's kind of got like the thumb and pointer finger pinched together. I think this is for like when she activates her bracelet thing. I promise I watched the show. And finally, we got the 2 gripping hands. So yeah, this figure came with pretty much everything I would have wanted and some stuff that I don't need. So I stand corrected about those bent legs, by the way. They're super easy to put on, and they do allow for a much more crouched pose than even the articulated legs can do. So yeah, they're actually pretty cool. The price is still pretty high though, and I got a tariff fee when this figure delivered, so that's a huge bummer. I would say if you're a big Kill la Kill fan, this figure is worth it. So when it comes to range, I have nothing but nice things to say. Swapping faces is just like any other import figure. You pop the front hair off, and then you pop the other face in. So that's no problem at all. So here's something fun I'm gonna try. Here I've got a faceplate from the Figma, and these are so close. I wonder if I can... Okay, I was not expecting this to work, but it totally does. You can put the Figma faceplates on here. It's a little bit of a tight fit, so don't use too much force, but it totally works. Look at that. So that means in addition to what I showed you, all 3 of these will work too. Unfortunately, it doesn't go both ways. I can't get the Buzzmod faces onto the Figma. It's just a different type of socket. So yeah, when it comes to range, this figure is amazing, especially if you have the old Figma. We've got a ton of different facial expressions. We got all these accessories. You can get her into pretty much whatever configuration you could possibly want. We can do cool battle poses. We can do buddies hanging out poses. And if you want her in a crouching pose with seamless knees, there you go. You can do that too. All right, let's see how she scales up with other figures that I think she looks good with. I don't have a lot of figures that I think will look good with her, so this will probably be a quick one. So here she is with her transformed self and best buddy, Mako. I'm very happy that she scales perfectly with the other Kill la Kill Figmas. Goblin Slayer and Ruby Rose, both are also Figmas. Next we have Keep Going Studio, Yukimura Sanada, and Lado Toys Laia Alapex. She is missing her tail because I'm in the middle of fixing it. Amazing Yamaguchi Saitama and Figma Mume. And 2 figures from the Wasteland Adventurer display where she will be hanging out. We have Operation Monster Force Donner Party and Fog Toys Alphabet Series Mechanic Girl. And as always, we will wrap up by putting the figure into the case. So this is my Wasteland Adventurers display. Here she is with her girl. Let's see if I can lean them against the bike here without anyone falling over. Maybe. Probably time for a cut. Oh, look at that. Kind of works. Anyway, that wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy anime, you might like the video where I fixed Amazing Yamaguchi Saitama's cape. Bye.